Nebraska Public Media Sports is your home for championship sports. And tonight we are live from Morrison Stadium in Omaha for the 2023 NSAA Soccer Championships. Our first contest of the evening is in Class B. And the title on the line is the Badgers take on the defending champs, the Skutt Catholic Skyhawks. And hello again, everyone. I'm Larry Putney, along with former All-American Marin McCrary. It's great to have you with us from here at Morrison. We've got the old tradition-rich program, the defending champion Skutt tonight against the upstart team, undefeated, the Bennington Badgers.
Yeah, Bennington is the #1 seed, and they have a lot of firepower.
Right.
Io McInday and Kai Olbrich combined on the season with 62 goals. Standing in their way is a star goalkeeper for Skutt, Morgan Finkenbinder. He was big time last year in the state title game. He's going to bring it again tonight. He has 66 saves on the season, and he anchors their strong defense.
Played once already this year. That game went to Bennington. Skutt trying to get a little bit of revenge tonight. Both of these teams about 25 minutes away here from Morrison Stadium. Bennington obviously just, down 36 and 75, and Skutt just a quick 25-minute drive as well. Bennington, no challenge in the quarters or the semifinals. They cruised with a 6-0 and 4-1 win. Skutt Catholic outlasted Elkhorn North, and then a tight one against Lexington, 2-1 in the semifinals. The third member of our crew is Anna Bellinghausen. Let's go down to Anna.
Well, Larry, like you mentioned, experience is on the side of the Skyhawks. They have 17 seniors in the program this year. That's the most in school history for the Skyhawks. I spoke to senior Sam Shen about it, and he said, since freshman year, this has been our dream. Tonight is our end game, and they love that it's one more shot against the Bennington Badgers.
The 2023 NSAA Class B Championship is coming up next on Nebraska Public Media.
Opportunities. They're found here, and here, and here. They inspire her, motivate him, prepare them. And when those opportunities start here, they can take you anywhere. Wayne State College, where opportunities today prepare you to lead tomorrow. Explore WayneStateCollege.com.
That's my neighbor, Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a big mistake. Hey, Joe, I think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have the utilities marked before you start digging.
I'm not digging very deep. It's no big deal.
No big deal.
Dad, the TV's out. Internet, too.
Remember, safe digging always starts with a free call to 811. Oh, what a knucklehead.
Brought to you by Nebraska 811.
After concussion, returning to the classroom is a priority of the NSAA. All brains return to learn. Not all brains return to play.
After recognizing that an athlete has suffered a concussion, it is important to monitor the symptoms in the classroom before allowing the athlete to return to extracurricular activities.
The NSAA requires coaches in all sports to take a concussion course once every 3 years.
More information is available on our website, nsaahome.org. Student athletes are students first, athletes second.
This week on Nebraska Stories, the Pawnee Nation is working to preserve the tribe's heirloom seeds that are vital to their heritage. Learn about a Nebraskan who was the longest-serving American war correspondent and a Pulitzer Prize nominee. And view a new kinetic sculpture honoring Western Nebraska artists. These stories and more on Nebraska Stories, Thursday night at 8 Central on Nebraska Public Media.
Welcome back to Morrison Stadium in Omaha for the boys' Class B Soccer Championships. Time now for our player introductions. Let's go to Chad Price.
We request the spectators not go onto the playing field at the conclusion of the game because of the possibility of injury to players and or spectators. The Nebraska School Activities Association is not responsible for any injury caused by spectators rushing onto the playing field. In addition, we ask that fans do not climb on or lean over the concrete retaining wall surrounding the field. Walking out with the Bennington High School tonight are the Wildcats, Bobcats, and Thundercats of U7 St. Pius St. Leo. Walking out with Omaha Skutt Catholic High School this evening is the Evolution U11-12 Boys Competitive Orange and Black. And now for the introduction of the players and coaches, beginning with the Skyhawks of Skutt Catholic High. Number 0, Morgan Finkenbinder. Number 1, Samuel Shent. Number 2, Benjamin Shent. Number 3, Cole Esner. Number 4, Matthew Rumpf. Number 5, Brom Allen. Number 6, Caden Colley. Number 7, Aiden Trum. Number 8, Dylan Toth. Number 9, Jaden Fuka. Number 10, Blake Flom. Number 11, Kyle Stopak. Number 12, William Tabobin. Number 13, Leo Bailey. Number 14, Dominic Costanzo. Number 15, Trent Merkel. Number 16, Avelino Hanmar. Number 17, Thomas Ross. Number 19, Tyler Williams. Number 20, Joseph Zavadil. Number 21, Kyle Eck. Number 23, Lucas Vandenberg. Number 24, Noah Boyd. And number 26, Jack Healy. The Skyhawks are led by coaches Matt Bragg, Jack Thoma, Eric Benzel, Bill Cunningham, Joe Wilcox, Peter Wilcox, Konak Wilwarding, Andrew Fenner, Pete Diederich, Antonio Chavez, and head coach Justin Zabawa. And now for the home team, the Badgers of Bennington High. Number 1, Cooper Willoughby. Number 2, Ethan Sedlacek. Number 3, Bo Pick. Number 4, Caden Boyer. Number 5, William Chavala. Number 6, Dylan Turnick. Number 7, Cade Olbrich. Number 8, Xander Hanisch. Number 9, Kai Olbrich. Number 10, Carter Pritchett. Number 11, Austin Kaiser. Number 12, Dylan Young. Number 13, Brian Mattingly. Number 14, Gavin Sedlacek. Number 15, Jace Backlund. Number 16, Eli Gifford. Number 17, Rowan McGuire. Number 18, Ryan Burton. Number 19, Io McKinday. Number 20, Ethan Korth. Number 23, Cohen Trotter. Number 25, McConaughey Hanisch. Number 26, Tegan Abbott. And number 27, Owen Udall. The Badgers are led by coaches Marcus Shedevin, Volker Ulbrich, Colin Hines, and head coach Nick Nyman. Your officials for tonight's game, referee Nathan Jones, AR1 Logan Clark, AR2 Seth Letty, and our fourth official Ray Shirley. At this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your caps for the singing of the national anthem. Tonight's anthem will be sung by Olivia Bonine from Gothenburg High School.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ready to go here at Morrison Stadium in Omaha. Class B state championship on the line between the Skyhawks of Skutt, defending state champs. They are 17-1. Here is a look at their starting lineup. They'll be in a 4-3-3 shape. Coach Zabawa says rarely will they transition to a 4-5-1. They like to stay in this. Midfielder Sam Shent and Ben Shent will kind of patrol that mid, and they are so good for the Skyhawks. Starting lineup for the Badgers, they're 19-0 on the year, also in a 4-3-3. And how about, we talked about him off the top, Io McKinday, 39 goals on the season. That's nearly 20 more than he had last year.
Yeah, he's having a great season. It's going to be cool to see some of these matchups with Blake and Kyle in the back line for Skutt, trying to manage that firepower.
Well, Spanish captions are available for this broadcast as a special service of Nebraska Public Media. For Spanish captions, change the CC settings to Service 2 on your television. It is a rematch between these two. Bennington won it 5-2. It's the only blemish on the record this season of the defending state champ Skyhawks. They're trying to double up as they did last year with the girls team. Girls winning last night in a shootout against Norris. Phenomenal finish to that one. And Bennington comes in the #1 seed. There is the tournament history for the Skyhawks. 22nd overall appearance, 11th time in this final, 8-time state champs. The resume for Bennington, not as long. 3rd appearance here. They've lost each of the last 2 years down here. This is their 3rd consecutive year, but 1st trip ever into these finals. And they come in the #1 seed. Skutt is #2. Bennington 19-0, has not lost. And they have been on a roll this year in the 3rd season under Nick Nyman.
Yeah, you've really got a storied tradition powerhouse on one side, and then you've got these hungry Badgers who are looking to make history. You know, just making it to this title game, they've made history for themselves and for this school. Winning tonight would be historical for them.
Here's a look at Nick Nyman, head coach of the Badgers. 4 players for Bennington with at least 11 goals on the season. On the other sideline, or on the same sideline, just down, is Justin Zabawa. Won a state championship last year. He says the culture really was set 5 or 6 years ago with the upperclassmen when they began to develop the younger players, and they have seen the fruits of that work over the last 2 years. So underway here, Class B state championship, Bennington and Skutt. Terrific night tonight. Just a slight breeze out of the north.
Yeah, it's hard to ask for much better weather than this. For a big game, for great players, great teams to play on this field under these conditions, you can't get much better than this.
They're going to head to McInday. They'll play it backwards. McInday applying pressure, but cleared out of there by Finkenbinder.
And he's such a powerhouse, Io. Like, when he's charging at the goalkeeper like that, I mean, that's challenging and difficult for any goalkeeper to handle that kind of power and speed coming at you.
Tedlachik plays it out to the right, taken away by the Skyhawks. They'll try to control. Good through ball there to the outside. Opportunity here early. Dylan Toth with it into the 18. Toth will play it back. Controlled there by Shent.
Yeah, and I'm really expecting Skutt tonight to really use this width, to try to stretch out that defense. They've got speed as well in that front line, and they're gonna look to use it with through balls and over the top.
Nice job to settle that one. But it will go through. Brian Mattingly in goal for the Badgers. Only team this year to score more than 1 goal against Bennington in a game was this Skutt team.
Yeah, you know, I talked about Morgan Finkenbinder in this earlier, but I mean, Brian Mattingly has had a phenomenal season himself. I mean, and the whole defense, that any kind of stats like that, is a credit to the entire defensive line.
McInday takes it away. He'll play it back to Mattingly.
Bennington's not going to be in any rush here, but when they get the ball, I would expect that they're going to go with speed. They've got a lot of it. They've got that power. So we're going to see fast transitions when they recognize opportunities to counterattack.
Skutt possessing here early. Right up until that moment.
Well, and here's the other thing, you know, these players, they know each other well. They play against each other. They talked about this, you know, before this game, how well they know each other. They play against each other in club. They're familiar with each other. So this is got to be a really fun game for all of them.
Diagonal through ball. Nice job defensively by Kyle Stopak, number 11.
And that was really the first time that we've seen Kai Olbrich get a ball even near him. This is going to be a key to the game for the Badgers, is to make sure they're finding Kai and Io up top.
Tababin with the throw in. Offsides.
I'm not sure.
Maybe it wasn't offsides.
I think he called a late foul back there in the Skutt half. I'm not sure. We were all kind of looking for
Watching
that.
the ball. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it's great right now. Neither team is really putting a high pressure defense on. That's going to be an offside.
Offsides.
And you know, this is a smart tactical move. So here's that foul. Yep, just like I said, it was just kind of a late. The ball was already released, and the tackle was a little bit late. It's a great call. And, you know, sometimes the referees are waiting to see if there's going to be an advantage. So for whatever reason, he must have seen that there wasn't an advantage there.
Here's Schitt with it. The speedy Schitt ahead. Opportunity. Top of the 18. Left foot not there. Tried again. Block. Great save. Then back and a goal. And Skutt on the board first. The goal by Aiden Trum.
I love that Skutt is following up on this. A great first shot and first save with all of the traffic inside the box. That's really difficult for Brian Mattingly to make another save. There's just so many people in front of him. He gets blinded there and not able to get down on that low shot.
And it was Trum with the first shot. Dylan Toth put it through. So Toth with that goal, his 17th of the year to lead the Skyhawks.
You know, and what fantastic composure. Like I was talking about, it's really difficult for a goalkeeper to see, but for when there's all kinds of traffic in front of you, the best thing you can do is keep that shot low and on frame. So many players try to just kill the ball really hard. He did a great job keeping it down where it had a chance to score.
So the Skyhawks strike first here in the rematch of Skutt and Bennington. And now an opportunity here up the wide channel as Costanzo sends it across.
And it's still very early in this game, but we know that, I mean, with as much of a powerhouse that Bennington is offensively, most of the offensive action is taking place from the Skyhawks right now.
The wide channel again, and a nice tackle there.
I mean, that's great timing on that tackle.
Bo Pick looked like he had an opportunity up the far channel. The throw in and the header away from the goal. Let's go down to the field to Anna.
All right, I did some investigative reporting, and there's a couple superstitious items on the Skutt bench. So in the front, that's a goose. Its name is Michelle. And then the Lucky Charms pillow. So every single year, the captain of the team will sign both of those items. It's been in the program since 2007.
It is the Golden Goose.
I love that. You know, every coach wants to say they're not superstitious, but there's a lot of superstition in sports.
There's Shent again with it. Sam Shent.
And Sam is really generating a lot of this attack right now. He's driving centrally and pulling the Badgers defense out of position from where they want to be, and that's why these opportunities are opening up for Skutt right now.
Whistle for the injured player, Ethan Korth, who is walking off. He took it right to the gut off of the foot of Sam Shent.
And Ethan Korth is a center back, which is a very pivotal, important position. I'm assuming that, you know, they've worked with other center backs before, but that relationship between the two center backs in a 4-3-3 becomes really important, how they work together, how they cover for each other. So this could have an impact.
Tried the through ball. Good stop there by Eck. Taken back. Good footwork there by Kai Olbrich. Sends it back into Isle. Isle crosses, but right there on the near post is Finkenbinder.
Great build-up from the Badgers here. Kai Olbrich coming back deeper into the midfield to get that ball, and then he starts this. He plays that, runs off the ball, and I love this one-touch shot from Io. These are really difficult whenever a forward takes a one-touch shot. For goalkeepers, that is, it's difficult.
Corner kick. Two great saves back-to-back by Finkenbinder. Boy, a couple of point-blank opportunities.
Finkenbinder comes up big in these games. He rises. He's a great player as it is, but I think he rises to another level in these championship games.
Badgers really picking up the pressure here at the 31-minute mark of the first half.
This is a really well-played corner kick, and the Badgers do a great job. That's Kai Olbrich getting his head on that. Finkenbinder gets down as he's getting up, makes a second save. That's so hard to do.
Finkenbinder again off of the header by McInday.
But again, you don't get to 66 saves on a season without coming up big like that. I do expect that this game will continue to be physical. The referee's going to try to keep things manageable and safe for everybody. But there's going to be a lot of emotions in this game. There's so much that both teams are playing for. I mean, here's another look at the foul here. He definitely comes in, knocks him over from behind. Definitely cannot extend your arms like that.
Shot on just wide.
That's a great look there. I think that was Sam Shent again. He's getting these opportunities centrally, and he's kind of testing Brian there, right? When you take a long shot like that, you're testing this goalkeeper. Are you paying attention? Are you mentally focused? Are you standing too far off of your line? And here's the other thing. Mattingly is playing with the sun in his eyes. You could see that little squint there. You know, that's the other reason that Sam is looking for these longer shots, taking advantage of the sun direction in this first half.
Flick pass.
The Olbrich brothers working together down there, both of them in headbands, black headbands, red hair.
Another run here.
You can see Skutt favoring that left channel so far.
Bow pick. Looking for an angle to cross. Pick brings it into the 18. Cleared out. Olbrich with it. Handled by Finkenbinder.
Yeah, you could see the center back. He kind of deflected that, and he was a little worried that you don't want an own goal right there. And you don't know if your goalkeeper's already moving, so you could see him get a little bit anxious there. Haven't really seen Bennington use the full width of this field yet. It's a big field. They've only really used one side of the field, and they're staying a little narrow right now. I think as soon as they start really stretching things out, they're going to find more spaces along that, in that back line.
Here's Sam Shedd. He'll play it backwards. Shedd thought he had the run there and just couldn't quite catch it.
Yeah, and that's Bennington there looking, he's kind of like almost playing like a false nine in that situation when he's trying to get that little through ball. Io doesn't think that he fouled on that play there, but let's take a look at this now. And really, I don't think it was an intentional foul. The ball was already played away, and he's just, it's a little bit of a follow through on his run. Not much he could do about it. Definitely still a foul though. I love this defensive pressure that Cole Essner is putting in that midfield on the Bennington midfielders. If they can win the ball in that middle third, they're going to be very dangerous.
Trying the through ball, not there.
And now we've seen this a couple times where Skutt is sending a midfielder, one of those center midfielders, on a second wave run is almost what we call it. You know, they're bypassing that forward line and looking to get the ball to their midfielders. Here's another look at the foul.
Good settle by Trum. Costanzo.
But yeah, you can see Trum coming back deeper to get that ball, allowing one of those center midfielders to run through. We call that a false nine.
Slips through. Here is Sam Shedd. Shedd carries it in into the 18. Shedd crosses and nobody home. Not yet, still there. Just over the crossbar.
And that's going to be an opportunity that he's going to want back. Dylan Toth in the right position there. Everybody thought maybe that ball was missing everybody, right? Yeah. That's why you have second waves coming in and even third waves at times. But Toth, I mean, wide open shot there.
Well played into the 18, Toth again.
Yeah, the Bennington midfield right now is just giving too much time and space to the Skyhawks center midfielders. They're having time to look up and play balls any way they want right now. They're looking through, they're looking over. I think Bennington is going to need to tighten up their defensive structure in that central midfield. And really, I would imagine that this is part of Skutt's game plan. If they can keep the ball out of the front line, out of Bennington's front line. And right now, the Skyhawk front line and center midfield line is doing a fantastic job. It's that whole concept of defending closer to the goal you're working at. You have less room that you have to move the ball in order to get into scoring position.
Into the game now for the Skyhawks is Tyler Williams. Back in for Bennington is Ethan Korth, who took a quick breather. Also back in, Sedlacek.
Noah Boyd entered the game as well. He's got that mask that he suffered a fracture in his cheekbones earlier in the season. Those are not easy to play with.
Played wide. Here is Noah Boyd with it.
And this is what Ayo's gonna need to do. He's gonna need to come deeper to get that ball. And they're probably going to foul him. I mean, they're double teaming him there. Natural fouls are gonna happen when you're double teaming. But that's an area that Bennington can get back into this game by bringing him deeper, bringing Kai a little bit deeper, and then using them to help move the ball up the field.
So let's see if Bennington can begin to build from the back here. Here is Ayo with it at his feet. Back in day. Little chip over, but right there, once again, is Finkenbinder.
Yeah, they're going to need to hold the ball a little bit better. I don't know if playing some of those long balls through are going to work. I mean, you can see how deep that Skutt back line has dropped. They're hoping to not get beat behind. They know Ayo has great speed. They know Kai has great speed. So I imagine they're going to keep playing a pretty deep line.
to Bobbin ahead. Flipped across.
That's a great overlap by Will to Bobbin. You saw Dylan Toth come back to help defensively, and that's when Will recognized the opportunity to get forward in that overlap. Serves a great ball in there. What is really interesting to me right now is this back line of the Badgers. You've got Ryan Burton at the right back, and he's almost man-marking Dylan Toth, which is not normal. Typically, you want to shift that back line together and work together kind of as a unit. So it's interesting to me how they're almost individually man-marking this front line. Bennington's obviously very comfortable playing to their feet of their goalkeeper. Once upon a time, that wasn't common. It's pretty common these days in the modern game.
Yes, sir. Keep going, Troy.
There is Shent with it. Plays it back.
We're still waiting to see a little bit of this offensive, power that we're used to seeing in these Bennington Badgers. There's a little bit of just kind of watching to see if somebody else, what they're going to do, and they really need to start working as a unit.
Pick tried the cross. That'll go off of Will to Bobbin. 16:52 remaining here in this first half of play. Skutt has put a number on the board first. The Skyhawks lead it 1-0 here at Morrison Stadium.
This is a growing corn plant. It's not battery powered. It doesn't have a 300-mile range, but it's vital in our fight against climate change. Reducing 46% of carbon emissions and producing clean burning ethanol. Corn ethanol is the climate solution we need now.
Mow, dig, haul, trench. They all get done with the Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor. Attachments designed to keep you moving. The Kubota BX Series with hydrostatic transmission. For more information and participating Nebraska Kubota dealers, KubotaNEsports.com.
Coverage of the NSAA Soccer Championships on Nebraska Public Media is made possible in part by Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest, Nebraska Public Power District, Nebraska Kubota Dealers, and Nebraska Corn Board. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. Back here at Morrison Stadium, Skutt on top early. It's 1-0 over the Bennington Badgers. I'll remind you, Spanish captions are available for this broadcast as a special service of Nebraska Public Media. For Spanish captions, change CC settings to Service 2 on your television. Let's go down on the pitch to Anna.
Well, Larry, soccer is in the family for the Olbrichs. Volker Olbrich, one of the assistant coaches, grew up in Western Germany to a very soccer-loving community. but he came to America as an exchange student to Aurora, Nebraska, and actually ended up finding success as a place kicker on the high school's team. Decided he wanted to stay in America, ended up playing at UNK, and still is tied for career PATs. Ended up meeting his wife and now coaches his sons here at Bennington and even brings his German roots to the game. Sometimes you'll hear those German commands on the field, guys.
Yeah, Volker with 156. Point after, still tied for a record.
I love that, you know. I mean, we always talk about how soccer players can make great football kickers.
Right.
And when you come to the United States, that's a great sport to transition to. So does he help coach at with the Bennington football team? Does he coach the kickers there?
That's a great question. Depends on which kind of football you're talking about.
Black.
Multi-sport coaching.
That's right. Here's Shent with it. Foul.
Yeah, like I said, this referee doesn't want to let this game get out of hand, so he's going to call little fouls, big fouls. He wants to keep everything under control, keep everyone safe.
Mitch Skutt is the defending champ. They're the 3-time defending champs. No school in Nebraska high school soccer history has ever won 4 consecutive state titles. That's what's on the line, history for Skutt here tonight at Morrison. Another opportunity.
So what you're saying is one way or another, somebody's making history tonight.
That's right. Bennington going after its first, and Skutt looking for 4 straight.
Of course, for these seniors, they didn't, this is 3 years in a row for them. They missed out on that COVID year when they were freshmen. So the 17 seniors that Anna talked about earlier are the ones that have been a part of this program. They're used to being in these finals. They know what it takes to win. Right now, they're doing what they need to. Little cheeky pass there.
Uh-huh. Left foot goes off Boyd. Back into the game comes Dylan Cernic.
You know, Anna and I were talking before the game about 17 seniors. I mean, on a soccer roster, it's so rare to see that many seniors, you know? I mean, maybe on any roster besides football, besides high school football, that's a very large number. So they might have a rebuilding year next year.
They just reload. Almost made it up here.
Trying to get you involved in the game, Larry.
Wake us up, yep. That's what you'd call a through pass. Awaited.
There you go.
Early on, there was a lot of possession, build up from the back, and it's been a bit scattered here over the course of the last 15 minutes.
That's what I was actually just going to say. Our minds are thinking alike. We're seeing the same thing happening, especially for Bennington. Skutt, I think maybe just some of those subs in the midfield can kind of change some of that rhythm. Not as out of sorts as Bennington. Bennington is still kind of trying to find their place in this game, find their rhythm. They haven't connected enough passes yet to really establish their mark, their rhythm on the game.
They have been the dominant team down here at State as that's sit into the box. The header, back of the goal. Offsides call.
Oh, wow.
Noah Boyd thought he had one and called offsides.
I mean, that timing of the way he got up on that ball and redirected it. It's unfortunate he was offside. That was a very pretty goal.
Back to Boyd they go. Here's Boyd looking for the left foot. Crosses. And right at Brian Mattingly. Ulbrich trying to build. Will get it right back. Ulbrich will take it himself. Here's Ulbrich as Io to his left. Here's Io McInday.
Really good job here by Io to grab that, to earn that corner kick. Here's another look at the header. It's not the greatest angle necessarily to see the offside, but you can see him get up here. I mean, he puts that into the upper 90. He must have just by a hair been offside.
Corner upcoming here for the Badgers. Headed away.
And that's a good shot for the Badgers. Just getting shots right now is key, I think, for establishing some of their momentum that they need right now. I kind of feel like, you know, we got 11 minutes left in this half. Bennington needs to up the pressure a little bit, play a little bit higher pressure defense, higher up on the field, see if you can win the ball back in your attacking half. And you've got to, you know, you've got that halftime to get your break, but at this point, they need to get back in this game.
Off the line comes Mattingly to knock it away as he was pressured by Dylan Toth. Back comes Shent to Toth.
Again, you can see Shent just dribbling through that middle there, and you know, he's finding these great little slips because the Badgers defense is just having to, they're out of sorts. They're not shifting and moving functionally together. This is a chance for Bennington here if they can connect. Nope.
Still packed with it and lost it. Throw in for the Badgers.
The opportunity is there for Bennington, but they're just not quite connecting. They're not clean enough on their first touch, and Skutt's just picking that up and transitioning so fast. The Badgers are having a difficult time even getting out of their half.
Shent. Sam Shrimp plays it back. Handball.
Oh. That was interesting. You can actually, it's a cardable offense to hit the ball down like that. Can be considered a delay of game. Unsportsmanlike.
Right. Boyd takes it away. Boyd will play it out to Toth, right back into Shent.
Bennington really needs to get that ball up higher on the field. They're not stretching the field even vertically right now. And if they can connect high, hold the ball, allow those numbers to build behind them, they'll probably have a little more success.
Well, the ball seems to have been the key thus far. They're just having a hard time settling it right now, even on the first touch to gain possession.
Yeah, it's just popping away from them. It's not clean enough. And Skutts, they're happy to capitalize on that. They're taking opportunities. They're recognizing that the first touch is a little bit off, and they're saying, okay, I'll take that second ball.
Coming up at halftime, we'll chat with Creighton men's head soccer coach, Johnny Torres. This is, of course, the home of the Jays. What a terrific facility to be able to play these state championships.
Yeah, for high school players to play on this field, in this stadium, with these big crowds.
Toth again, carries it in. Good job by Bo Pick.
It's just really great to see how Creighton supports the soccer community, the youth soccer community, and on the other hand, the youth soccer community in Omaha supports Creighton. You know, the Creighton men's team had such a fantastic season last year, making it to the College Cup. It was a really synergistic culture.
Now it's going to be a yellow card on the Badgers. Austin Kaiser, just a grab of the jersey.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, this referee, he's trying to make sure that this game does not get out of hand, so it doesn't look like a horrible foul. But if you're making multiple calls on the same player, ultimately it usually ends in a yellow card. In the high school rules, after a yellow card, the player must exit the field. They can immediately return as a substitute, but they have to come off immediately upon that yellow card issued.
Free kick handled by Mattingly. Ahead to McInday. Just a little too heavy on some of those passes when they send a man in. The speed of McInday.
I'm just not sure McInday's had enough touches yet. I mean, Bennington's having a hard time defending, and then they're doing everything they can to clear the ball out. This is where Kai and Io really need to hold on to the ball a little bit more.
Ulbrich tried it ahead, but that back line of Skutt there once again.
You can see some frustration from Bennington. They've got players calling for the ball in wide spaces. They're not getting it. They're not recognizing these opportunities yet. Bo Pick was out here on the left wing, you know. He's asking, begging for the ball. Unfortunately, they haven't been able to find that rhythm. I think if they can get settled in, you know, sometimes it's an issue of confidence. You know, maybe they're nervous. It's their first state title appearance. They're not seeing everything that's happening right now.
Costanza walks off the pitch. The lower shin. Back in goes Noah Boyd.
Well, you know, Larry, I kind of talked about this a little bit yesterday, but it's really, I think we're seeing it today. It's really hard to beat a team twice in the same season.
Yeah.
And You know, when you look at a 5-2 win for Bennington the first go round, you know, Skutt obviously is bringing something different today than they brought on that game earlier in the season. And as a coach, you anticipate that teams are going to look different the second time. They're going to change something. You know, if it didn't work the first time, they have to change something the second time. And right now, Skutt is a lot to handle for this Bennington team.
Ulbrich.
I am surprised to see McInday so deep in from where the play, you know, the ball is being played kind of at the top of the box, and he's dropped in a little bit more. It looks like they might have changed a little bit of their shape, because he's almost playing more of an outside midfield position.
Toth to Schent. Schent trying to get that through. Good touch by Bennington. Essner with it now. Essner left foot, but right on Mattingly.
Essner's been so dangerous tonight from that spot. I think he's had about 3 shots already in that area of the field.
There's Ulrich on the run. Ulrich with it. Ooh, the face of pick.
Well, now we're starting to see some of that chippiness come out.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely a late tackle here on Kai. Boyd with his head again. He's so good using his head.
In now for the Skyhawks is Bram Allen. They'll give Sam Schent a break. Schent sends it out wide, run down by Toth. Dylan Toth. Opportunity here for Toth, and it's going to be a corner kick coming up for the Skyhawks.
I like how Schent pivoted the play there. He sent it immediately to that wide channel, was able to isolate Ryan Burton on that right back. They got a corner kick out of it.
So Ben Schent will take the corner. Look out for big Noah Boyd in there. I'll play it down.
Oh, that was dangerous.
Good conversation there with Cade Ulbrich. Aiden Trum.
Yeah, again, the referees, one of the reasons he calls fouls is to protect players, you know.
And final opportunity here before halftime, and we are at half. Skutt on top here in the Class A state championship. 1-0 over the undefeated 19-0 Bennington Badgers. Skyhawks' only loss on the year came to this Badger squad. They are looking for their 4th straight state title. Bennington looking for its first.
It's been a very exciting first half, although I'm a little surprised that most of the offensive action has been from the Skyhawks. I would expect that we're going to see some changes in the second half.
Anna is with Coach Sabawa.
Coach, what have you liked out of your defense and shutting down this Bennington team?
Yeah, we've done, everything we kind of talked about in terms of limiting them, staying tight on them. And, they've really locked it down in there. And then when we've got it, at times we've been able to possess. At times we're dumping it a little more than I would like to. But, if we're able to relieve that pressure, that kind of helps us stay in our shape.
Yeah, how do you keep that pressure on Bennington now?
I think it's important to come out in this opening, 10 minutes of the second half and kind of try to do what we did. We talked about it before we came out of starting fast, and we were lucky enough to do that. So now we just got to continue to do that and, not get into a defensive mode, just continuing to play our type of game.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you very much, Anna. We are at halftime. 1-0 is the score. Skyhawks are on top, and the fans loving it here at Morrison.
It may be small, but this little bean fuels power. It powers a food industry as a source of protein. It's a fuel that powers diesel engines while reducing emissions. It powers a state economy and bottom lines. And it powers the rest of the world as a Nebraska export. Yeah, it may be small, but we're finding more ways for this little bean to power Nebraska.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
What do you think about going to college?
I'm kind of scared.
I feel nervous a little bit. That's kind of a tough one. I'm not really sure yet.
I'm excited for college. How are you going to pay for it?
To be honest, I don't really know.
That's actually a really good question. So what if you had a friend you could ask?
The way we use electricity has changed a lot over the years. What hasn't changed is our commitment to make sure it's there the moment you need it. Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us.
Live streaming for the NSAA Championships are also available at the Nebraska Public Media website and on the free Nebraska Public Media app.
Welcome back to Morrison Stadium, 1-0 the score at half, alongside Johnny Torres at the home of the Jays. It's only right if we have you on the broadcast, Johnny.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
Absolutely. Off a College Cup appearance. Johnny, tell me what went into that season and all that success.
I think a lot had to do with the willingness for the guys to stay together and come together during hard times. We got a little bit of fortune back down the stretch, and the guys came together at the right time, and it was a fun season for us.
And now at State Soccer, seeing all this talent throughout Nebraska, what does it mean?
It's great. It's great to see. First and foremost, it's great to see that Omaha is a sports town. We've always felt this way, but coming out and watching soccer here at Morrison for the last couple of weeks, it's this tremendous environment, and I think it's something that these guys will never forget to be able to experience. It's just unbelievable.
Well, Coach, thank you so much for your time again. 1-0 the score here at Morrison Stadium. We'll be right back with more.
Participating in multiple Nebraska high school activities has taught me the value of teamwork.
I learned how to be a strong leader among my peers.
We set goals as a team and work hard to accomplish them.
I strive to excel not only in the classroom, but on the playing field.
The Nebraska School Activities Association providing opportunities in 25 activities for our member high schools. NSAA activities, the other half of education.
Life is full of milestones. Let Wayne State's graduate programs be your next big moment. Whether you work in education, criminal justice, business, public relations, human resources, information technology, or sports and recreation, our programs provide pathways to the next level in your career. flexible, and online, a Wayne State graduate degree helps you write that next big chapter in your life without having to put your life on hold.
This is a growing corn plant. It's not battery powered. It doesn't have a 300-mile range, but it's vital in our fight against climate change. Reducing 46% of carbon emissions and producing clean burning ethanol. Corn ethanol is the climate solution we need now.
I'm Kay McKenzie from Beatrice, and I watch, listen, and support Nebraska Public Media. I'm a history buff, so I never miss Finding Your Roots with Henry Louis Gates Jr. and Antiques Roadshow. They're a great way to learn about history and cultures from around the world. You never know what you might learn at a program. So join me and become a member at nebraskapublicmedia.org, and thank you.
Look at the numbers from halftime. What stands out to you here?
Well, it's interesting. These categories are nearly identical for both teams.
Yeah.
Even though it feels like Skutt has had the upper hand with shots, they actually haven't. The difference is in time of possession right now.
We'll be back with second half action in Omaha.
A lot of land comes with a lot of work. The Kubota MX Series is ready to help. You can mow, move hay bales, grade, and clear brush and snow. Equipped with a cab for any conditions. Loader lift capacity for jobs of all sizes. Hydrostatic or gear transmission options. The Kubota MX Series. For more information and participating Nebraska Kubota dealers, KubotaNesports.com.
The way we use electricity has changed a lot over the years. What hasn't changed is our commitment to make sure it's there the moment you need it. Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us.
Nebraska Public Media Sports present the 2023 NSAA Baseball Championships. The best teams from around the state compete for the state trophy. Watch all the action Friday, May 19th, live from UNO's Tal Anderson Field. The Class C Championship begins at 1 p.m. with Class B at 4 p.m. and Class A starting at 7 p.m. Central. A live webcast will be available at our website and on our free app. Streaming is also supported through Apple TV and Chromecast.
Here at Morrison Stadium for the Class B Finals, Coach Skutt up 1-0. How do you find that rhythm and that connection for Bennington?
Well, right now we haven't been able to find that. We have to establish some possession out there. Obviously, we need to start playing the feet. Up and over is not working. Skutt's doing a very good job dropping back and taking that long ball away from us. Right now, at least the first half, we've been looking for that pass, and it's just not been there.
What was the message to your team?
Settle down. We're down by 1 goal. I mean, Skutt was going to score a goal on us regardless of what happened in this game. At any given point in time, they were going to get that goal. Came early. We're still alive. Hopefully we can recover the second half and show a little better soccer.
Coach, thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Thank you to Nick Nyman for joining us here at halftime. It really, what you had pointed out earlier, struggling to possess the ball. First touch hasn't been great. Up and over not working. Now he says they're going to have to play it with the feet a little bit.
Yeah, and I definitely agree with Coach Nyman there. I mean, they've tried to play that ball over the top, and it's just not working. So that's when you've got to change something. You need to have those forwards come back, get the ball at their feet, which they've been doing, but then they've got to hold that ball. Look to combine a little bit more rather than continually trying to play over the top.
Quick check of the schedule for Bennington. during that intermission, and this is only the second time this year that Bennington has trailed at the half. They trailed against Elkhorn North 2-1. It's also the only time this season they have been held scoreless in the first half of play.
Yeah, I think all of us are pretty surprised right now that they haven't scored yet. We're used to seeing them score goals. I think they're used to seeing them score goals. And this is where I kind of talked about the real difference right now has been in that time of possession. You saw that on the graphic, 60% for Skutt, 40% for Bennington. But the reality is that possession matters. Being able to hold the ball, move the ball around, that's how you're gonna get into good goal-scoring positions. Even though Skutt and Bennington are almost tied in the shots category and shots on goal category, I would definitely say that Skutt has had more dangerous opportunities in front of the goal. And a lot of that is due to that possession.
Out wide here to Dylan Toth. Here is Essner with it. Costanzo drops it back to Schenk.
You can see it here. I mean, the Skyhawks get the ball, they have time to turn, they have time to look up, they're able to take a couple of touches because Bennington is giving them that time. This is one area that will shut down possession and change the flow of the game for Bennington if they can manage to put higher pressure on Skutt, deny that time to look up and play.
Here's Bo Pick with it. Pick wide of the frame.
And I like that quick transition. I mean, they moved the ball from their own half, got into a goal-scoring position, got a decent shot on goal. Well, I guess you can't call that on goal. It went wide.
Just off. It's a shot.
But they got a shot.
That's right. Here's Korth with it. Plays it off to Burton. Back to Korth. Square pass back to Korth. Sends it into Pick. Bo Pick. Little heel pass there. Didn't connect. Ulbrich again. Taken away. Essner. Essner will bring it up. Out to Dylan Toth. Here is Toth with it. Staying with it. Nice work there by Ryan Burton.
Beautiful defensive work out on that flank.
Ulrich will take it up. Into the 18, here's Dylan Pick.
Let's go.
I'll tell you what, Skutt's doing a fantastic job defending, but Bennington needs to get more numbers into the box.
Io shot out, got it! One-timer, Al McInday! That is his 40th goal of the season.
And that is what we've all been waiting to see tonight. What an incredibly beautiful turn. He's triple teamed here and then double teamed and able to get a quick release on this shot to the far post. Really fantastic. That's the magic of Io. That's why he has 40 goals this season. If he continues to do that kind of stuff, this game will completely change. I expect that the momentum may shift if the Badgers can get behind that, feel the energy from that fantastic goal, and really everybody's got to step up their game now.
Go down to the pitch to Anna.
is Io McInday's 40th goal on the season, which is good for top 10 nationally. I asked Io before the game, who was his role model growing up? Who does he try to resemble that game after? Expecting Io to say maybe professional athletes, someone like that. Instead, Io says his father, who came to America at the age of 19 from Nigeria. He said his father's been the one pushing him since he was young and was the one that passed down that love for soccer. And anytime Io got the pressure that he wanted to quit early in his high school career, his father was the one to tell him never give up and remind him of that love for the game. Io is committed to Hastings right now, and he's sure been a big part of this Badger team.
How about that get for the Broncos, huh?
Yeah. Hastings is definitely getting a special goal scorer. He's pulling out his cards. And really, I think it's not necessarily that it was a dangerous tackle, from what I could tell. It's late, and it's happened multiple times, and you can see Io's frustration. He's actually trying to jump over the tackle and still comes down. Good card. Like I said earlier, the referee has a challenging job tonight. All of these players they're physical, they're aggressive, they're fast. Sometimes that results in late tackles. He's doing his best to keep the game safe.
There's a corner upcoming. Sam Shent will go down to take it for the Skyhawks. So early on in the second, Io McInday with the equalizer, and we are at ones here at Morrison.
You know, Anna mentioned that Io's father is kind of the one that kept him playing. There were times where he wanted to quit, and now he's just so grateful to his dad for pushing him, encouraging him to continue to play. And really, you can see that. You and I were talking about this before the game. The difference in goals scored from last year to this year. You know, you look at those progressions. 40 goals in a single season.
Right.
I mean, 10th nationally, and it's hard, I think, to compare things nationally when the game is so different and the competition is different from state to state. But anytime you're scoring 40 goals at any level, that says a lot about a player. And that was a beautiful little slip pass through from Io.
Olberg out to Olberg, and now they'll play it back and reset. Kaiser with it at the feet.
That's a great step from Kate Olbrich there. Now you can see a little bit more confidence in these Badgers. You know, now they're actually moving the ball a little bit better. They're holding the ball, of course, as I speak. But Skutt applies so much pressure. I mean, like I said, their defending has been the key tonight for Skutt's success.
Burton, nice take. And the foul called on Burton.
Again, the referee just delayed just a second on that. He wanted to see if there was going to be any advantage to letting that foul go. Once he saw there was no advantage, that's when he blows his whistle. I mean, it's very obvious. Ryan's coming from behind. He lost possession. He gave that ball away. That's his recovery run. Smart place on the field to make a foul.
Yep.
So they don't get deep into your own territory.
Toth with it. Drops it to Shent. The outside chasing is to Bobbin. Here is Will Tababin with it. Tababin into the 18. Tababin, nice move, looking for the left foot. Crowd wanted a hand. Didn't get it.
I'd have to get another look at that. That one was hard to tell exactly what part of his body the ball hit. But
there's Toth with it.
What a beautiful overlap by Tababin there.
Burton clears it.
Will Tababin could be an X factor for Skutt here. If he continues to make those kinds of overlaps, I mean, he's dangerous when he gets in the box. Dangerous things are happening for Skutt. That's a good weapon to have coming out of your back line. And here you're going to get another look at this. It's a great shot. I mean, if he keeps his hands down, it hits him in the chest. So sometimes that can be considered like a protection kind of mode. It's not like he used his hand or his arm outside of the shape of his body. He actually brought it inside to his body.
Good no call?
I think a good no call.
All right. Crowd saw it on the big screen here. They disagreed with you.
Purely because of the protection factor.
Yep.
Bringing those arms inside. I'm sure the Badgers will agree with me though.
That's right. Look out, tight! Got it! Aiden Trum put it in!
What fantastic resilience to stay with this ball. Noah Boyd serves a phenomenal pass inside, and the Badgers struggle to clear it.
Just a bit of indecisiveness, let it bounce and stay right in the 18, actually in the 6.
Absolutely.
For a couple of bounces.
It's got to be a miscommunication between your center back and your goalkeeper. Who's going to clear it? And Aiden Trump capitalizes on their indecision.
So back come the Skyhawks.
And you can see Io, he's trying to get his team up. It's gonna take magic from him again. I really believe that. Kai Olbrich has got to step up his game a little bit now.
Goal comes at 50-26 and gives Skutt Catholic the lead at 2-1. Now we'll see if the Badgers have an answer.
This is a good opportunity for the Badgers here.
Free kick upcoming.
You can definitely see Noah Boyd is going to be in on this defensively for the Skyhawks. He's so good in the air. He's going to be trying to clear this ball. But the Badgers, this is a chance for them.
Austin Kaiser sends the free kick in. Goes off of Skutt, but right there, Fickenbinder with the save. Good settle by Shen, another opportunity. What great save, great settle and cross by Sam Shant. Here's another look.
Yeah, this is another dangerous cross right inside that 6. He's able to get a foot on it, but just gets under the ball rather than over the ball. That's why the ball went up and over the goal.
Just over by Tyler Williams.
But you know, I love those aggressive runs into the box. That's what it takes. You got to get the service off, but you have to have aggressive runs into the box, trying to get some body part on the end of that ball.
Throw in by Bo Pick. Control by Ulbrich. Outside to Pick.
Here's an opportunity for Bennington, and the difference I see right now, you know, we've just had 2 services in from each team. One has a really aggressive run, the other, you have 1 person standing in the box. It's too easy to defend a stationary body inside the box. What's really difficult are those fast, aggressive runs coming at you. That's really how the first goal was scored.
Yeah.
Well, and here we've got another sun issue for Brian Mattingly. You know, in the first half he was dealing with it. Now Finkenbinder has the shade on his end, and Brian Mattingly is dealing with some sunshine.
Mattingly handles that one easily. Gave up possession again. Pick will chase this down. Keeps it in.
Great defending there from Noah Boyd. You know, except for those first 2 saves early in the game, Finkenbinder hasn't had a lot of action.
Sean! Nice save by Finkenbinder. Some heat on that one.
Yeah, really fantastic save. Great shot from Io. Finkenbinder in great position to make that stop. And Io's just so quick. He'll get a shot off under with just a tiny little bit of space. That one actually went under the leg of that center back, making it even more difficult for Finkenbinder to come up with that save.
Good take there by Ulrich.
Again, that first touch is just kind of letting the Badgers down right now.
Wide, and Pickle chase it down.
This is where you want to start seeing numbers get up, numbers underneath. They've got support underneath. Can he get this cross off? Great defending there. Like I said, you can see the Skutt Catholic team does a really good job of defending together.
Tyler Williams took it away and then taken back.
Tyler Williams almost came out with that on a 1v2.
Yeah.
Just really impressed with the Skyhawks, their ability to get numbers back defensively, stay compact horizontally, vertically, and they're there to support each other. So it's really difficult to beat a team that stays that compact and provides cover everywhere on the field. Bennington just hasn't had very many opportunities to isolate.
Across. Tried to settle, now kick back out. Punch back inside by Shent. Mattingly corrals it.
Header out of bounds allows Bennington to shift their field. They should be able to shift their team up higher on the field.
There's McInday with it. 2 on him.
Badgers fans are not happy about these throw-in calls. 2 in a row they felt like should have been theirs.
Looks like Williams got him with the knee. Foul called on Williams. Another good opportunity here for the Badgers.
Comes a look at that foul here. Just shoulder hitting after the ball is passed. Again, just a late tackle.
Hit right at goal, but just over the crossbar.
And anytime you have a free kick in that situation, it's one of those things like, do you put this on frame and see if something bounces off, or do you try to drop it in right behind that back line?
Action-packed second half as Bennington has the answer, the equalizer by McInday, but Skutt answers and goes back on top. They lead it 2-1.
That's my neighbor, Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a very big mistake. Hey, Joe, you think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have your underground utilities marked before you start digging?
John, that's just for big projects.
Actually, it's for any digging project. Hey, congratulations, Joe. You found your electric line. Remember, safe digging always begins with a free call to 811. You want to borrow my phone, buddy?
Brought to you by Nebraska 811.
Imagine a future fueled by soy-based possibilities. A future where creativity and productivity live together under one roof. A future that takes you from point A to point B to point Z, all while ensuring brighter tomorrows for our next generation. A soy-based future? It's already here.
Coverage of the NSAA Soccer Championships on Nebraska Public Media is made possible in part by Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest, Nebraska Public Power District, Nebraska Kubota Dealers, and Nebraska Corn Board. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support.
Here at Morrison Stadium, the score 2-1 with the number 2 seeded Skyhawks on top. And that number 2 spot isn't something that the Skyhawks are usually used to having as they're looking for a 4-peat tonight. I asked Ben Shent about it, and he said it fills us with the feeling that we have to win. We deserve it, and we want to prove we're the best team. So there's a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. I asked Coach about it too. He said, yeah, it's taken the pressure off and also added motivation.
It is 2-1. Skutt with the answer.
I expected a higher scoring game.
Yeah.
You know, when you're talking about 62 combined goals from Io and Kai, yeah, I kind of expected maybe you know, their last game was 5-2. You know, so it's Bennington is kind of used to giving up goals, but I also think they're used to scoring a lot more goals. And obviously, the Skyhawks made some major adjustments defensively, I think, which is why we're seeing a difference between 1 goal tonight for Bennington and 5 the last time they played.
"20 minutes remaining here in this Class B state championship. Skutt has regained that lead. Now we'll try to add to it.
Yeah, with 20 minutes left in this game, I mean, Bennington can't really hold back at this point. They've got to kind of take some more chances, take some higher risks, maybe move somebody out of that back line, push it up, push them up higher on the field, put a little more pressure on that back line.
Shent will play it back to Tababin. Tababin will bring it wide. Oh, give and go, nice ball pass there. Here's Tababin. Tababin fires on goal and tipped over. Corner kick upcoming. Boy, Tababin, nice job to carry that up.
He is dangerous coming out of the back. It's hard to pick up outside backs who get forward into the attack. I mean, this is a good 35-yard strike almost.
Yeah.
And that was going in unless
upper 90.
Unless Brian Mattingly makes that save. And now Mattingly has the sun to deal with on this corner kick.
So Shent with the corner. Save there. Boyd crosses, headed out. Skutt control, try to keep it in the attacking third. And it will stay with the Skyhawks.
I'm actually surprised Will Tababin isn't pushed up higher on the field right now. I mean, Io is the only player forward for Bennington. He's having to come deep anyway. However, Skutt's not in a position where they need to really push people up higher. Bennington's the one that's kind of got to take those risks.
Badgers equalizer coming in the 43rd minute. Skyhawks answered just 7 minutes later.
This is a great chance.
Back line has been good for Skutt.
They've been so solid tonight. I mean, sometimes, you know, you want to say, well, the Badgers, Bennington should be doing this or doing that, but really, I mean, you got to give a lot of credit to this back line. That the Skyhawks are playing really well together defensively. Smart, patient defending as a group, those are really good keys for success.
There's Shent. Nice job coming off the line by Mattingly to make the save.
Yeah, no indecision there. He knew he had to come out. If he doesn't come out and get that, Shent's going to get a touch. And here's another chance.
Just over the crossbar. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure he's wishing for another chance.
Yes, he does.
Yeah. And those are so hard to do, to get it over the goalkeeper and keep it low enough to go into the goal. Takes just a little touch, but it's a really fine-tuned touch.
Just look at the team totals, and it has been a close contest in terms of numbers. 13 shots by Skutt, 11 by Bennington. Shots on, 6 for Skutt, 5 for Bennington. Each team with 4 saves. The fouls about even. Skutt with an advantage in corners. Bennington's only had 1 corner.
How many corners for Skutt did you say?
3.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's certainly statistically a very well-matched, evenly matched game.
A great settle there by Kaiser. Boyd took it away, plays it back to Schent, and then Ulbrich tried the through ball, and Schent with the header.
And Bennington's made an adjustment. They've moved Kai Ulbrich into that midfield. I think they're trying to, hey, let's have somebody who can win some balls, intercept some passes, and then transition into the attack. So we'll see if it's going to help them generate some more offense.
There's Tababin with it. Tababin into the 18. Tababin after it. Tried to cross. Nice job defensively there for Bennington. Good slide tackle. Now Schent back with it. Schent fires it in, but over the top of the crossbar.
I'm just so impressed with Will Tababin tonight. He's making great decisions about when to get forward, and when he does it, he's so dynamic, he's so explosive. He plays the ball and combines and moves off the ball to get the ball back. It's so difficult for defenses to handle that. They're like, do I follow the ball? Do I follow the runner? He's having a great game tonight.
In for the Badgers, number 4 is player 24.
You know, and if you look at Tababin's season statistics, 8 assists.
Right.
I mean, as a defender, to have that many assists, it says a lot about his style of play and his ability to execute.
Senior year for Tababin. Korth plays it ahead. Kaiser sends it back. There is Schent with it. Sam Schent sends it in. Here's Trum. Trum. Top of the 18, Boyd. Little bender there from Boyd, tried far post, just wide.
Boyd can manipulate the ball so well. This prep touch is perfect. He puts a little bit of bend on it, so it's bending away from the keeper, but in towards that far post. Unlucky that one didn't stay on frame.
He'll get a quick breather as Skutt subs in.
Great tackle. I mean, that's textbook there.
Essner with it, plays it back to Schent. Now out wide. Costanzo ahead. Here's Essner. Those pink shoes for Essner. You gotta like those, huh? Ulbrich.
Certainly makes it easy to remember where Esner's playing.
Right. Here he is, Esner. Left foot. Oh! Just wide. Looks like Trum got a deflection on it.
Yeah, and that's why you take those shots, even when there's a lot of traffic. You just don't know what's going to hit somebody where and fall in. I love that he, of course, I'm guessing Cole Esner might have had a nice shot on frame if that doesn't hit Trum there.
Yep. Ethan Korth is down on the pitch, and they'll tend to him. So both teams will head to the sideline. 10:23 to go here in the Class B state title game. Skutt on top, 2-1. We're going to step away while they tend to Korth. We'll be back here in Omaha in just a moment.
This week on Nebraska Stories, the Pawnee Nation is working to preserve the tribe's heirloom seeds that are vital to their heritage. Learn about a Nebraskan who was the longest-serving American war correspondent and a Pulitzer Prize nominee. And view a new kinetic sculpture honoring Western Nebraska artists. These stories and more on Nebraska Stories, Thursday night at 8 Central on Nebraska Public Media.
I'm Kay McKenzie from Beatrice, and I watch, listen, and support Nebraska Public Media. I'm a history buff, so I never miss Finding Your Roots with Henry Louis Gates Jr. and Antiques Roadshow. They're a great way to learn about history and cultures from around the world. You never know what you might learn at a program. So join me and become a member at nebraskapublicmedia.org, and thank you.
Back here at Morrison Stadium. Just a throwaway from downtown Omaha. Great skyline look there. And a beautiful night for soccer. Class B state championship on the line. 10 minutes to go here in the second. Skutt with a 1-goal advantage. Esner with it. Esner.
Yeah, I think that's a good call there from the referee. It does look like he's pulling out. Oh, nope, just marking where the ball is going to go. Esner had a chance here to get a shot off if he doesn't get fouled. Yeah, so he just comes in with the body and just clips him right after the ball has passed.
Wall set up by the Badgers. Blake Flom will take this free kick.
We haven't really seen any close-in free kicks yet.
Flom on goal. Oh, what a shot! Upper 90 for Flom, and Skutt with a commanding 2-goal lead.
Yeah, Mattingly just didn't even seem to move for that. Really well taken shot. From this angle, it looked like a pretty tight upper 90 shot. Probably a little bend on this. Yep, you can see that side spin. Those are so challenging because the goalkeeper's got to cover the far post and allow his wall to kind of cover that near post. So when you can bend the ball around, over, or both and come down inside that corner of the goal, you can't do much about it as a goalkeeper. I mean, huge credit to Blake Flom there for that shot.
3rd goal of the season for Blake Flom. It comes at the 70-minute mark. And we have 9 minutes to go, and a long way if Bennington wants to take home its first state championship. Skutt again looking to make history. They are the 3-time state champs, looking to make it 4 in a row. No team in Nebraska boys soccer has ever won 4 in a row.
And you know, Skutt has a very comfortable lead right now. 2 goals at this point in the game. They can stand to be comfortable, but it doesn't look like they're easing up at all. They don't look comfortable. They look like they're still just aggressively going at it. You can see Cole Esner driving at that back line still, and he's been so dynamic in that central channel all night, causing problems for this back line for the Badgers.
And if you're wondering, well, has anybody done it on the girls' side 4 in a row? Marion did win 6 consecutive from 98 through 2003.
Okay. It's a great record. So if Skutt holds on to this tonight, they'd only have to go 2 more years in a row to match Marion. Great effort there from Io, but it does go out of bounds on that end line. You know, I love to see this. Will Tababin goes over, helps Io get up. He recognizes the effort that, you know, in competition. There's a lot to be said for recognizing that competing is where a lot of the joy is in.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, they all want to win, and they're gonna be very excited whichever team wins. And at this point, feels pretty safe to say that Skutt Catholic's going to walk away with this. But I do love and appreciate when players show great sportsmanship, respect each other in that way. They recognize the great effort that each team is making. But see, here's another problem. You know, Bennington's leaving players open in the box.
Great cross. Trum was there. Had a chance.
Trum's done a great job tonight of being in the right place at the right time. He's causing havoc for these center backs all night, and they just still haven't figured out exactly how to stay man-marked with him and keep him contained. But the reality is there's so many players they're trying to keep contained. I mean, Skutt is just coming with different weapons in different spaces. And honestly, that's what great soccer looks like. It's unpredictable, a lot of different people doing a lot of different things. But they all are working together on the same page.
Trum with it.
And I hate to say it, but Bennington just looks a little bit deflated right now.
Foul called there on Ben Schett.
Yep, just that tug pulls him down.
McInday will come over to take the throw in here. Back onto the pitch is Cole Esner.
This is another one of the high school rules. In the last 5 minutes of the game, I believe of both halves, anytime there's a substitution, they stop the clock so that a team can't just keep subbing players to hold on to a lead and delay the game.
Long throwing into the 18. Nice job by McInday. Tababin will clear it out.
And now we've seen a little bit of that adjustment that I was talking about earlier, where you're pushing more players up. You can see Brian Mattingly, the Bennington goalkeeper, is out higher on the field now.
There's McInday. He'll try to settle it. McInday in the 18.
I think that went out of bounds. Yep, they got the corner kick.
Kaiser back to take the corner kick. Austin Kaiser sends it in. Still loose. McInday.
Oh boy.
There's Essner with it.
Smart play by Cole Essner there. He looked up at the goalkeeper. Oh,
Good flick, great pass, back to Flom. Deflected, and the shot on is wide by Essner.
Their composure, Skutt's composure tonight in these situations has been really, really good. They're not just making impulsive decisions, they're reviewing the situation and making smart decisions. They're getting up in numbers. Even in this part of the game, they don't have to counterattack, and yet they still are. And this is the best type of defense, right? A good offense is the best defense.
Foul called, great opportunity upcoming for the Skyhawks.
And we're gonna see this shot. Mattingly makes a great save. Cole Essner just can't quite capitalize on the follow-up shot. Skyhawks playing a little bit of holding the ball in the corner to run the clock out. Probably not absolutely necessary with a 2-goal lead, but they don't want to take any chances here.
Back in for the Skyhawks is Aiden Trumb.
Foul in the corner. Bennington's just, I mean, they have to get aggressive. They're trying to do something to get that ball out of the corner so they can play. Well, it's tough to have the last game of the season be your one and only defeat. Bennington has had a great season. 20-0 up until this point. Skutt figured out what they needed to do. Had a little bit of a different game plan. It certainly worked tonight. We very often learn more from our losses than we do from our wins. And this is how learning from a loss can be the difference in a state championship.
Right. So many players from the last 3 state championships returned for the Skutt Skyhawks. They had won 3 consecutive titles. No boys team in Nebraska high school soccer history had won 4 in a row until now. The Skutt Skyhawks, once again for the 4th consecutive year, are state champions.
These 17 seniors, this is what they wanted. This is how they wanted to end their high school career, their high school soccer career. Fantastically executed game plan tonight. Fantastic individual performances, but really when you look at the whole picture, the team effort offensively getting numbers up, the team effort defensively getting numbers behind the ball and supporting each other. It was a really well-deserved and well-earned win for the Skyhawks tonight.
When we come back in Morrison Stadium, The four-time champs get another trophy.
Have you heard about FAFSA?
It's like a form you fill out. Fill it out and you get money for college.
Easiest way to get money for college, hands down.
FAFSA. It's a life hack.
It's your way in.
So you want to help me pay for college? I'm down.
Heck yeah.
Definitely. How is this not trending on all the things?
It took me like 30 minutes to fill out.
So easy.
How much am I gonna get?
This is a hidden gem. Fill out your FAFSA.
FAFSA.
Drink water, buckle up, fill out your FAFSA.
Wednesday night on PBS, starting with a new episode of Wild Scandinavia.
In the heartlands, all who live here must find their own way to survive the tough winter.
Followed by a new episode of Nova.
There are 10 times more connections in your brain than there are stars in the Milky Way galaxy.
New episodes of Wild Scandinavia and Nova.
Wednesday night on Nebraska Public Media.
That way the flavors will marry nicely.
Doesn't it look good?
There's still places to discover.
It just absorbs you.
Get here fast.
That was a new experience.
We're just getting started.
Over 70 years and still growing. Be sure to watch Backyard Farmer on Nebraska Public Media for answers to your gardening questions. Every week, host Kim Todd and Nebraska Extension horticulture experts will help you keep your home landscape green and lush and give you tips you need to know to grow your own food. Join Backyard Farmer for the best gardening advice all season long. Thursday night at 7 Central on Nebraska Public Media.
Is the final. Skutt Skyhawks are state champs. And now for the presentation of trophies and medals, let's go to Chad Price.
The Nebraska School Activities Association is honored to have medals and trophies for both of these outstanding teams. Presentations will be made by NSAA Executive Director Jay Beller and NSAA Board of Directors member Thomas Lee from Omaha Westview High School. Here are the awards for 2023 Class B runner-up Bennington High School. Will the head coach Nick Nyman and your assistants please step forward to the middle of the field to present the silver medals to each of your members. Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 1, Cooper Willoughby. Number 2, Ethan Sedlacek. Number 3, Bo Pick. Number 4, Caden Boyer. Number 5, William Chivala. Number 6, Dylan Chernick. Number 7, Cade Ulbrich. Number 8, Xander Honish. Number 9, Kai Ulbrich. Number 10, Carter Pritchett. Number 11, Austin Kaiser. Number 12, Dylan Young. Number 13, Brian Mattingly. Number 14, Gavit Sedlacek. Number 15, Jace Backlund. Number 16, Eli Gifford. Number 17, Rowan McGuire. Number 18, Ryan Burton. Number 19, Io McKinday. Number 20, Ethan Korth. Number 23, Cohen Trotter. Number 25, McConaughey Hennish. Number 26, Tegan Abbott. And number 27, Owen Udall. And now, here's the 2023 NSAA Class B runner-up trophy. Congratulations, Bennington High School.
Sorry about that.
And now to the 2023 Class B champions, Skutt Catholic High School. First, head coach Justin Zabawa, we have a special award for you. Coach, would you and your assistants please present the gold medals to the members of your championship team? Presenting the team championship game ball. Oh, sorry, we're... And here we go, number 0, Morgan Finkenbinder. Number 1, Samuel Shent. Number 2, Benjamin Shent. Number 3, Cole Esner. Number 4, Matthew Rumpf. Number 5, Brom Allen. Number 6, Caden Colley. Number 7, Aiden Trum. Number 8, Dylan Toth. Number 9, Jaden Fuga. Number 10, Blake Flom. Number 11, Kyle Stopak. Number 12, William Tababin. Number 13, Leo Bailey. Number 14, Dominic Costanzo. Number 15, Trent Merkel. Number 16, Avelino Hanmar. Number 17, Thomas Ross. Number 19, Tyler Williams. Number 20, Joseph Zavadil. Number 21, Kyle Eck. Number 23, Lucas Vandenberg. Number 24, Noah Boyd. And number 26, Jack Healy. Presenting the team championship game ball from Farmers Mutual Insurance is Derek Heen, Senior Adjuster, Omaha District Claims Office. Head coach, here's your ball, Justin Zabawa. And now the outstanding athletes in their school, they got the trophy. Our 2023 Class A Soccer Championship, Skutt Catholic High School.
State champs once again for the 9th overall time. Skutt wins it.
Live streaming for the NSAA Championships are also available at the Nebraska Public Media website and on the free Nebraska Public Media app.
My name is Megan Helberg. I teach in Taylor, Nebraska at Loup County Public School. Nebraska is a great place to receive an education because the teachers in this state are focused on building relationships with their students. Travel is how I learn the best. If it works for me, it probably works for others. It's really important for me to try to expose my students to what is beyond our little piece of paradise here in the Nebraska Sandhills. It's really important for me to learn about culture and other ways of life, and a lot of that comes through travel. Watching Nebraska Public Media really helps broaden my perspective of the world, because the programming that they do really does go far and wide. It's not just here in the state of Nebraska, but beyond. So I really enjoy watching with my family. We really enjoy the Rick Steves travel episodes because we love to travel all around the world. So we have often planned our trips around the Rick Steves shows that we have watched. I feel it's really important to support Nebraska Public Media because I watched my parents support it as I was growing up, and now as an adult, I want to continue to support it for all of those around me, including my students, so they can enjoy it as they grow up. I am Megan Hellberg from the Sandhills of Loup County, and I watch, listen, and support Nebraska Public Media.
Back at Morrison Stadium, the Skutt Skyhawks, 4th time in a row. They are the champions. Down on the field, I got Coach here with me. Coach, 4 times in a row. What are the emotions?
I mean, it's overwhelming. You know, this group been through a lot. You know, they've been here 3 times, won 3 times. You know, losing that COVID year. It's just been a special group, great group to coach, and I couldn't be more proud of them.
And holding this Bennington team, such a potent offense, to just 1 goal. How'd you do it?
To be honest, they just stuck to the game plan. We knew we had to limit their chances, especially with Io, and because he's a fantastic player, one of the leading goal scorers in the nation from what I hear. And you know, we really limited. He got free on 1 and had a nice hit. Mo Fink came up with a couple big saves that kept that lead for us. So like I said, I just couldn't be more proud of this group.
You have 17 seniors on this team. What does it mean sending them off like this?
Like I said, I mean, they've been part of this program for so long. You know, as a freshman, you know, I think there was about 7 of them that would have been part of the varsity team. So it just kept growing and growing, and they've been a big part of this program. So to send them off this way is special.
Coach, thanks so much for the time. Go enjoy it. We'll bring in Dylan Toth, one of the big-time seniors for the Skyhawks. Dylan, congratulations. 4 state titles in a row. What's made this group so special?
Yeah, I think it's just we're all so close together, and we all just work hard all the time. We always manage to have a good time no matter what. We're all having fun, working hard, getting better, and there's no other good feeling like this. Just feel like you're on top of the world right now.
How about the defense from this team too? Really stepped up, especially in goal.
Yeah, so with Noah Boyd being out, a couple players had to step up as we went to a 4-back. And they've done phenomenal, like Kyle Eck and Blake Fulham, Kyle Sopek, Will Tababin. They're all great. They've stepped up this year, and I could say we have one of the best defenses in the state.
Now you're going out a state champion as a senior. What has this experience been to you?
Oh, it's amazing. There's nothing like it. I can't even put into words how good this feels right now. Just feels so good.
Well, congratulations. We'll bring in now Aiden Trum, another big part of this Skyhawk team. Aiden, congratulations. 4th in a row, we've mentioned it. How does this team keep doing it year after year?
Oh, I think it's just a testament to the coaching and the players we have. We're just ready to work in the off season, and that carries into the season. We're just focused on the goal of winning state every year, and it's worked out so far for us.
So you were the number 2 seed, and you lost to this Bennington team earlier in April, 5-2. What was the difference tonight?
I think we just used that as fuel. Like, everyone was having them number 1, saying how good they were, and we just knew deep down that we were the better team. Today, I think we proved that.
I know this group of seniors is so special to you and your entire community. What do they mean to you personally?
Oh, those are my best friends. For probably about 8 years now, half of those kids have been my best friends and my teammates, and it just feels great to win it with them, honestly.
Aiden, thank you so much for your time. Congratulations, enjoy it. Skutt Skyhawks, one more time, and for the 4th on top of Class B.
My parents divorced when I was 5. My family moved in with my mother's parents. My grandparents' house felt like the safe place, but then it wasn't.
You never think it's gonna happen in your own home.
He claimed to be a man of God.
He built power to manipulate his family into silence. This silence ended with me. I knew I had to say something so that my niece would not be abused.
Sunday night at 10:30 Central on Nebraska Public Media.
Life is complicated enough. Why worry about what to do with your extra car? Skip the costs of maintaining it, storing it, insuring it, or renewing registration. Car repairs? Forget about it. Here's one easy solution to your car problem. Donate it to our station. It's fast, free, tax deductible, and if you donate, you're going to feel incredible knowing you're supporting quality programming. Interested? Just call this toll-free number or donate online. Thank you.
Coming up on Austin City Limits.
I'm just an old chunk of coal now, Lord. But I'm gonna be a diamond someday.
Saturday night at 11 Central on Nebraska Public Media.
State champs, 9th time overall. That is tied for the all-time lead in Nebraska. Creighton Prep also has 9 total state championships. They'll try to make it 10 here later this evening. If you'd like a DVD of the NSAA Soccer Championships, just call 800-868-1868 or visit nebraskapublicmedia.org. $19.95 plus shipping and handling. And you can relive all of the excitement from this year's championship for years to come. Not just 9 overall, but 4 in a row. Take a look at the final numbers from that Class B championship. What stands out to you here?
Well, this was a classic 1 versus 2 game, but if you look at that shot total, it was even for most of the game, but the Skyhawks, 19 shots to the Badgers 12. 8 shots on goal to the Badgers 5. That's the difference right there. Skutt had a great game plan. They executed it perfectly. And you look at that final stat of time of possession, 62 to 38%. I mean, Skutt just got stronger and stronger as the game went on.
It grew throughout the second half, no doubt. Well, you see the 2 teams on the pitch right now getting ready for the Class A state championship on the boys' side. That is coming up momentarily. You see it was a double for Skutt. The girls won last night in a shootout over Norris, and tonight the boys win it over Bennington 3-1. Gretna is the other state champ on the Class A girls side. And don't forget, Class A boys coming up. And how about this? Trying to go boys and girls champions for both Skutt and Gretna tonight. That will start here at 8 o'clock from Morrison in Omaha. So that'll do it for the Class B state championship. Skutt, 4 consecutive, 9 overall. They win it again. For Maren McCrary, Anna Bellinghausen, and the entire crew, I'm Larry Putney. Thanks for watching the NSAA Soccer Championships on Nebraska Public Media. And come on back to the Class A game later tonight.